Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the week ending 30th of March 2024. The UN resolution finally prevailed, but to no avail, as fighting's not curtailed between Hamas and Israel. Putin has 4 suspects nailed. A crypto banker's business failed and he's now in jail. Thames Water continues to flail while power sharing in Northern Ireland is again derailed. 2 surveys detail a sorry tale of NHS and school problems on a huge scale. As Rishi's premiership goes stale, his final honours list is unveiled. Paraded in a freak show to the worldwide press, their minds and bodies clearly in a mess. 4 alleged suspects looking dazed and distressed, no medical professionals to have them assessed. An ear missing here, an eye missing there, another one semi-comatose in a wheelchair. A plastic bag round the neck of a 4th wretched soul. This was Putin trying to regain control. Justice being administered Kremlin style, no investigation, no lawyers, no fair trial. The Kremlin considered an emergency law to bring the death penalty back once more. Although Russian state power to determine human life already exists, just ask Navalny's wife. So the world waits as the Kremlin deliberates on what gruesome ending for this quartet awaits. Following their violent orgy through the crocus, what happens next is everybody's focus. Putin's now accepted the claims of ISIS-K that they ordered the bloodbath on that fateful Friday. He, however, still contrived some way to find that Zelensky was the actual mastermind. America had warned Putin 2 weeks before, but hubris caused him to have the threat ignored. It seems that ISIS had chosen to delay till the election pantomime was out of the way. On Tuesday morning, before Baltimore had stirred, crashing metal in the dead of night was heard. A ship had hit a bridge so bloody hard it caused it to collapse like a pack of cards. Into the Patapsco River went people and cars. A 1.5-mile bridge was a bridge too far. A tanker had lost power and so lost control and apparently hit a key supporting pole. A key support on the Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing 5 human deaths and untold damage. How the mighty have fallen, so they say. Sam Bankman-Fried on Thursday was locked away. A maximum of 25 years was decreed before Bankman-Fried, the crypto banker, is freed. A lesson for those who choose to dip their toe into the volatile world of trading crypto. Bankman-Fried, a billionaire before 30, but much of his loot turned out to be dirty. His crypto marketplace business, FTX, was where digital dough changed hands for physical dosh. He then used the hard cash for private spending on the assumption his gains would be never ending. But in 1 week in November 2022, there was a fatal drop in FTX's value. An $8 billion hole was uncovered and Bankman-Fried's private spending was discovered. 2 examples of the state of Britain today with the release of 2 depressing surveys. On Wednesday, the NHS took a bashing with the teeth of all stakeholders, a gnashing. Just 1 in 4 people happy with the service. Did our national treasure really deserve this? Meanwhile, in our hallowed halls of learning, things are happening that are quite concerning. A 1/5 of teachers, a BBC survey found, have been assaulted this year on school grounds. And so the debate was inflamed once again. How can order be maintained and progress sustained? Should we use the carrot or the cane? Pleasure or pain? Parents may complain, but are they also to blame? And when it comes to blame, many are in the frame. Politicians will claim that things can't stay the same, so teachers are retrained to achieve new aims. But the increased workplace strain causes a brain drain, as good teachers aren't retained and poor ones remain. And should Ofsted inspectors be trained to be humane? And so we see, just like so many school lessons, there are a lot fewer answers than there are questions. Rishi Sunak's strangely timed honours list seemed more like a death row prisoner's last wish. I know I'm a goner, but first I wanna give some of my Conservative pals an honour. Mohammed Mansour used some of his billions to do good, but did the Tory donor deserve a knighthood? For years, Thames Water's shareholders' needs have been met while the business messed up and drowned in debt. It's been gradually sinking like a slow puncture with too little investment in infrastructure. Now Ofwat, it seems, have finally pulled the plug. Government patience has run out. Glug, glug, glug. Thames Water will be nationalised if they raise prices to try to address their financial crisis. The political world was in some disbelief with the sudden demise of the DUP chief. Geoffrey Donaldson's career has come to grief. His role in the new power sharing ended up brief. On Friday, the police used their powers, interviewing Sir Geoffrey for 15 hours, and now he's looking at potential disgrace with historical sex offence charges to be faced. On Monday, the United Nations voted for a temporary ceasefire in the Gaza war. Hostages to be released. Hostilities ceased during the rest of the month of Ramadan at least. But it seems Hamas and Israel weren't told, as missiles kept flying and tanks still rolled, and that much needed ceasefire did not unfold.